Hello. So in this video we are going to discuss the sixth problem of our ANSYS problem tutorial series, and this is the second truss type of problem, and this is for three elements of truss. So let's open ANSYS, and for preferences I'm going to use structural. Processor element type is gonna be link 180. Then material properties, material model, structural, isotropic, and EX. What is EX? It's given as 300 GPa. That is where is it? Yeah. So we can write this as 3E5, and this I'm going to take 2.27. Then for sections I'm going for link add first link 1. Link area is given as 60 mm square. Okay, now for modeling I'm going to directly use nodes in active coordinate system. So the first, second and third node, first and second node are in one in x direction only. So first node is at the origin, the second node is at a distance L2 which is 100. Apply. Third node is at 100. Third node is at 100 and in y direction 750. So this is gonna be 750. Click OK. So these are the three nodes that we are getting. So I'm going to use element auto numbered through node. 1 to 2 is the first one, 2 to 3 second one, and this is the third one. So next thing that we are going to do is, as we have already modeled it, no need to mesh it because it's already a FEM model. And next thing we are going to do is apply the loads, define loads, apply structural displacement on nodes. And if we can see, the first node is fully constrained actually. So first node, apply all DOF. Okay. And the second node, if we can see, it's only constrained in y direction. So displacement on node second, apply y direction. You have to uncheck all DOF. Okay, so this is what we get. And structural, the next thing is gonna be force. So what's the force? On third we have P1 and on second we have P2. So P2 is 25 kilonewton on nodes. Apply in Fx direction, it's 25 kilonewton. Okay. On nodes third we have P1 in negative y direction. That's going to be negative minus 20 kilonewton. Okay. Now since we have defined everything, go ahead and click solve current ls. Everything is done, solution is done. Next thing, in general post processing, we are going for element table, define table, add, and result data item by sequence number ls1. Okay, close. Now plot results, and we can have nodal solution, DOF, displacement vector sum, deformed plus undeformed model. If you want, we can use it. So this is what we are getting. So what we are gonna do is plot controls or directly capture the image as PDF. So I'm going to save this in my folder, which is sixth one. I'm going to save this as displacement. That's the nodal displacement which we are saving. Save. It's automatically going to convert the black background into the white background, and this is what we get. And if you want it without undefined model, that's what we can do, and save it like that. So displacement without original, so only the displacement part will be covered, like so. Second thing I want to have is reaction solutions. So list results, reaction solution, all items, okay, and we have this much. So file, save it as reaction solution, but in sixth one, reaction solution, save. So we saved it over here. Now I want to plot the element table, ls1, okay, average, okay. So this is what we are getting in the element table. You can go ahead and capture this also. Element table plot average, save. So it's saved, and you can also just go to the nodal solution, deform shape, okay, and in the element table itself you can list the element table ls1, okay. So this is what the content of element table is. Save. So this is how you solve this problem.